Man, what's up, everybody? So, I'm gonna title this video, thank you, spiritual soul. And, man, thank you for real, man. I hope if you ever, take the time out of your schedule to see this video, man, I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. Some of the shit that you said in this video, in your videos, man, I felt. And it's like I kind of already knew the shit that you're preaching. It's just that, when you see somebody already have it in play or you already have it in progress, it's a little easier to tap in, you know what I mean? And I want to tell you guys a little something about my life. So as you guys know from my previous video, so I left to the Navy, man. But before I left, I was hooked up, bro. Like I had a good paying job. I had a $20 an hour job, a lot of OT. I was making good money, man, like more money than I deserved for a snotty ass 22-year-old, you know what I mean? And somewhere along the line, I don't know if I want to say I got greedy, but I definitely wanted more for myself, and I'm ambitious, and I wanted more, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna join the Navy, pay my time, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in. I'm gonna be making more than what I'm making here. You know what I mean? Maybe even sooner than that. But now I'm back. I'm assed out. Stress is like eating me the fuck out. Like I got bills to pay. I got shit to do. My relationships are crumbling because of my lack of money. See, I'm wedged in this position where everything I had before was directly correlated to the amount of money I was making. And I'm not saying I'm blaming my friends or nothing, but I mean, it's not your fault I don't have money, you know what I'm saying? But man, I'm not just saying this to say this, but I'm just kind of glad I'm in this position. Like someone told me, God don't make mistakes. God does this for a reason, man. And I can honestly say, man, like being broke, all I really have is myself, my thoughts, exercise, just the free shit that I can, that I can do with myself, that I can, it's just me and my mind, and it's forcing me to learn. I don't want to get y'all twisted. Like, it's not the first time that I've been here, and it's most probably not going to be the last. But man, I made that video, I came back and I was real spiritual with y'all, man. I was in a tough place, and somehow, some way, man, it's just great people keep on tapping into my life. I keep telling me, man, like, yo, this YouTube shit could be for you, man. Like, you got a voice, and it's definitely been more than one person, man. And here I am, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, spiritual soul's talking about being a higher person, man. I put so many habits down, including smoking weed. Like, I don't do that no more. I met a real special someone, and they put me on to The Godfather, the movie. And one of the quotes that hit me was in the very beginning, in the opening scene, when Vito Corleone says, a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man. And that made me think, man. I'm like, before I used to stay home with my pops and watch the games and shit, and like, that was fun to me. You know what I mean? That was fun. But somewhere along the line, growing up, I got carried away. I got distracted. I built an ego, and I started believing that, cars were for me, or this was for me. And man, I'm a family man. And now, I don't want to say that I'm forced, but I mean, trust me, this is the way I want to continue to live my life. Like, staying home, watching whatever my parents want to watch on TV. Just spending more time with them, man. And that really makes me happy. And the fact that I don't have to put, $20 in gas and go drive around the city, fuck around and spend it all, and then be assed out the next week. Like another big quote that really fucked me up and connected full circle with spiritual soul is, Nipsey. He's like, blue laces, all money, and that was my slogan. What I mean by that is stack it up and don't spend no change. Like, that's that shit hit me deep, bro. Like, by the way, I'm not one of them Nipsey fans that popped up out of nowhere now, bro. My auntie lived on 54th and Danker, and at a young age, man, I was just exposed to the environment. You know what I mean? I was just around the area, and you know his name, people rolling in the whips, and you hear the music at gas stations and shit. Like, it was like a real vibe back then and shit. And that's how I got put on. But anyways, that really hit me, bro. It's like, why am I gonna go and spend my last amount of money having nothing to go do some shit that I'm not gonna even fucking enjoy fully, because I know I'm gonna have nothing the next day. It's like putting those little pieces together, man, and seeing Spiritual Soul, like his whole thing is, I don't need friends, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't need friends. I love my friends, bro, but I think distance from them is very so much important, you know? You can I feel like if we overindulge and we abuse moderation, then that's when things could get dangerous, and other people are in different positions. Other people can afford to go out and have fun every day, but you have to be realistic with yourself and look in the mirror and really act, you know what I'm saying? Really make these changes, because if all you're doing is talking about it, ain't shit gonna change, man. And I feel like I'm in a position right now where all I need is a shot, you know what I mean? Just give me a shot, let me stack these chips and really be diligent and disciplined with what I want, man. I got cars, man. You know, another thing Nip said was, I'm not a rapper or a poet, I'm a poem, nigga. Like I related to that, because like I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a fucking engineer. I'm not a athlete, you know. I'm not any of that. I'm me, man. I feel like I'm a poem, you know what I mean? And whatever I have inside, man, like, I feel like it's worth gold. And you know, this video is just, this is the introduction to a whole another era that we're about to begin. This whole spiritual era that I want to tap into, and I think I'm gonna title this video "Thank You, Spiritual Soul," man, because I really want y'all to first and foremost tap into him, and I want him to see the video, because I know that this is probably the reason why he even makes those videos to begin with, to make a change in people's lives, man. Like, I seen this man coloring in the fucking sun. This motherfucker says, look at the sun, bro. I just came out, looked at the sun, and man, he's right. Like, look at the sun. Stare at the sun. Fuck what they talking about. Like, all the UV, man, fuck all that bullshit. Look at the sun. Absorb the energy. That is some crazy ass shit. I'm telling you, like, this shit is insane, bro. Like, once you like cut the media off, cut the music off, like, you can listen to music, but make sure it's spiritual, bro. Make sure you make sure you pay attention to what you're pulling from it, bro. And see how your life changes, man. See how this shit is crazy, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna edit this video. I feel like I owe you guys more than that, you know? And we always make excuses about this, about that, about equipment, about audio. Man, fuck all that, bro. Like, this motherfucker just uploads videos on his phone. Like, bro, I was heavily inspired by your shit. Like, for real. And everything that's coming to me, man, I want you to know that you planted the seed for all this shit, bro. Like, for real. I just want to thank y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. From the bottom of my heart.